Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Amista, and I'm here to pull a few tarot cards, do a little chit chat, hang out with people, and just see what we can talk about today. We like to talk about all the important stuff, all the good stuff going on in your lives, going on in my life. And so we're going to start with our first tarot spread once I get done clearing these cards, which is going to be what is our best manifesting advice over the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, come on in, kick your feet up on the coffee table, chill out, say hi, let me know how you're doing today. It's a gloriously sunshiny day here, a little bit cold. It's in the 40s where I am. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun while we're here. Boopity doo doo, boopity doo doo, boopity doo 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 doo. Want to clear my clarifiers as well as my regular cards. That way they're ready for us. We like to have everything all ready to rock and roll before we get started. Opening up our spreads to see what we can see. Make sure we're in good shape. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What do we have? What do we have? Let's pick up these last cards and we'll look at our manifestation advice. Happy Wednesday, Miss Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. What a great day to be alive. Boopity doo 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 doo. Okay, best manifestation advice coming up for over the next 24 hours. Be thinking about what you'd like to manifest. And let's just put it all out there. See what our advice is. Boopity doo doo. All right. So we start off with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is taking a rest, but it's not just any rest. It's a special kind of rest that allows us to have a new perspective on how to go back at it. So maybe take a rest from actively manifesting. Allow ourselves to kind of think about, how are we going to do this when we get back out there? Six of Wands. This is showing appreciation for anything and everything around us. It doesn't even have to be attached to our manifestation, but that gets us in a really great headspace to be able to manifest what we want. Because once we have that vibration of appreciation flowing, then that appreciation and vibration brings in more things to appreciate. So we like that. And look, we have the Hanged Man. So we've got the appreciation card really sandwiched by a couple of cards that say rest, rethink things. This card says get a new perspective, get a different perspective about how to move forward. The Hanged Man says look at things from different perspectives. This is kind of the big brother to the Four of Swords. So really important to make sure that we are looking at this from all angles and getting some really good perspectives. Meanwhile, appreciating the good that is surrounding us. And we have so much good in our lives. We're alive, we're breathing. Like, what a great start. We have so many choices about what we want to do with our life today that we can move forward with. Definitely there today, she says. My tablet's going crazy. Okay, all that stuff can wait. All right. So, Ms. Jen, do you have a question for me today, or do you want a message from Spirit? What is up? What is up? Rest and appreciation. Actually, I'm going to write that down for me later. I want to remember that. I did one on Facebook too. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't that. That was not our advice there. Okay. Message from Spirit for Jennifer Davies. I might have to go back and re-listen to that. Jennifer Davies. All right. Let's see what we got. Everybody else be on the lookout for piggyback messages. Okay, Ms. Jennifer. What we have showing up for your situation is the King of Rods coming up in reverse. This is somebody who's feeling a little bit blue, a little bit down, a little bit depressed. And it's covered by the Emperor. All right, so what's happening? Why is that covered by the Emperor? Oh, okay. I think that you're probably the person feeling a little down, a little blue, a little depressed. The Emperor basically is saying it's time to take control of your thoughts, which controls your moods. So it's time for you to get into the driver's seat, even though you may not feel like you have the energy to get into the driver's seat. Sometimes we don't feel that way. This is Spirit saying, this is what we want to talk to you about. We want to talk to you about getting into the driver's seat. All right. Best advice or heads up around this. We show up with the Six of Cups. This talks about looking back at things that make you feel happy. These are nice, good, sentimental, positive memories. So you can be thinking about some of those things that are positive to think about. And we have the Page of Pentacles showing up in reverse, which is interesting because really it says, okay, I can think about the positive memories that I can think about this idea too that I don't have a lot of energy to give at this moment. With that Page of Pentacles, this says I'm just telling people like I don't have that much energy to give. I'm not trying to be all of that and a bag of chips. Hello there, Aisha. And with this Tower card coming up, this says, this might be kind of a shakeup for some of the people around you to be able to say, I'm not doing stuff just because you want me to do it. All right. So we have you, excuse me. We have you taking control of your own thoughts to help you get out of the gloomies. All right. And we also have you doing that by looking back at things that are nice to look back and think about. Also, by using that word no sometimes to say, you know what, that's not where I am right now today, period, point blank. And to also allow you to stay in that positive energy so that you're not doing things that put you into a negative energy. And the Tower, just be aware, this can shake some people up, can shake your own world up. The Tower doesn't have to be bad. It can be a card of surprise. People could be surprised to hear you saying, no, thank you. And you could be surprised at how much it changes your world to not be over extending yourself when really what you need to be doing is some self-care. Okay? So that's what we have for you, my friend. Aisha, hello, hello, hello. Okay, we know what your question is. Yes, it very well could be. Imagine that. We're getting close to it. All right, Aisha. By the way, guys, don't forget to share this video out to others so they can get a little reading too. What did Zaid think after he spoke to Aisha's dad? What did he think after he spoke to her dad? You are quite welcome. Boop-a-da-doo, 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 boop-a-da-doo. What did he think? Oh, Lord, what did your dad say? My goodness. What did your dad say? Okay. First of all, we have the Queen of Swords showing up here. This just tells me that he's seeing you as somebody who is very logical, very bottom line oriented. Things have to make sense for you to move forward with them. With the Ten of Rods, he's seeing that you're very responsible. Very responsible. But gosh, we have the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse is like a contract or commitment that they do not want to be a part of. So I don't know. Is this actually the marriage, or is your dad trying to propose something that's very logical to him, where he picks up responsibilities and he's like, nay, nay, I don't want that contract or commitment? I'm not sure which this is, but it looks like whatever it was that your dad was trying to put forward, This guy was like, count me out, man. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but he didn't want to commit to it. I can tell you that for sure. All right. If there's anybody else in the room that wants a reading, you need to say so now. Not everybody who watches me can say so because they're on their TVs or whatever. So if I don't see an answer here pretty quick, I'm going to jump out. A message for Andrew. He will take responsibility for what? What was he trying to give him responsibility for? For you personally? I don't know. I mean, this dude looks like he's running for the hills after talking to your dad. All right, message for Andrew. Message from Spirit. Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. Message from Andrew. So far, I've got 1 thumbs up on this video, and I've got 2 people that I've read for, so that's a little bit, somebody's slacking a little. If I'm benefiting you, I would appreciate a thumbs up. I don't know. I don't know what your dad said. Your dad may not have said what you think he said, because whatever he said, it scared the heck out of this dude here. Mm-mm. All right. Andrew. Boopity-doo, boo-boo, boopity-doo, boopity-doo. Oh, Andrew, you are definitely the peacekeeper. Look at you. All right. We start off with the 6 of Swords that talks about moving away from high drama into something that is calm and peaceful. It is covered by the devil. So you've got something toxic showing up that you're like, yeah, I'm not spending a lot of time with this toxic energy. Imagine that. Can't imagine what that would be. All right. Best advice or heads up? Hermit card talks about spending some time alone, reclusing, so that you can recharge yourself. I was thinking of like the holidays, actually. 9 of Pentacles right behind the Hermit card. So it's interesting because the Hermit card says one thing and the 9 of Pentacles says something similar. It's like the little sister to the Hermit card. Hermit card says, I need some time alone. I need to sort through some stuff. I need to figure out where I am now. I need to figure out my priorities so I know what I'm doing when I come back into communication with the world. The 9 of Pentacles says, I need to do some things that are single, independent, self-sufficient on my own. Once I get back out into the world. So recluse, and then have some projects that you're working on that, don't depend on anybody else. Right, visitors. Hello there, Amber. If you have a question for me, honey bunny, put it in the chat, or if you want a message from Spirit, put that in the chat. All right, so then we have this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This says, this says, after all of that, you can give somebody a second chance. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So, Andrew, self-care is of utmost importance here. Yes, definitely you are the peacemaker, but even the peacemaker needs some alone time sometimes. So that's what I'm seeing here. Make sure you take care of yourself as well. Amber A. What will Christmas be like for me? Anytime, my friend. Anytime. I'm just laughing because I've been there. Please don't think I'm laughing at you. Okay, so Amber's up next with a question about Christmas. All right, and after that, gorgeous. Of course, throw your question in the chat, my friend. Glad you're here. You guys don't forget thumbs ups on the video and share this video out to the world so other people can have readings as well. So, what is Christmas going to be like for Amber? Let's do 3 cards to see what will Amber's Christmas be like. Awesome. Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate that. What will Amber's Christmas be like? Boop-a-da-doo, 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 doo, doo. Well, interesting. Interesting. Let's do some runes on this one too. Let's get a little extra clarification. Let's do some runes on this one. What will Amber's Christmas be like? I want 2 more runes. Mila, Mila. We're getting a party in the room now. Welcome. How are you, Mila, Mila? Okay. I might have to get out my book on the runes, guys, just because they're still new. I just taught myself these last Saturday, so I don't always remember them exactly. So we're going to be quick with looking up what I need to know here, but we're going to be as quick as I can be. Runes are coming. They are going to be a part, I think, of just about all of my readings sooner or later, so I may as well start practicing now, right? Plus, we just need some clarification on your Christmas, Amber. Like, I don't even know what the heck I'm seeing here on these cards. This is crazy. This is cray-cray, my friend. One of your cards says you're going to be surprised. I'm not surprised by that because I can't tell what these other runes are. So, of course, there's a surprise. Or what these other cards are. I know you're getting surprised. That's why I wanted to clarify. Is this a good surprise? Is this a bad surprise? What kind of surprise is this? Ooh. Ooh, you got a really good one. Okay, so that's a really nice one. And I think the other one is always pretty well positive too. Let me just find it. Okay, so this is really interesting. We're going to just put a little bookmark right there and there. All right. So let's start with your cards. We have the 5 of rods coming up in reverse first. So 5 of rods for me talks about there's lots of distractions and you're not paying attention to any distractions on Christmas. You're staying focused on whatever it is that you want to focus on. I don't know. Are you the one preparing the meal? And so you have to be focused on preparing the meal. I don't know what you're focused on, but whatever your focus is, you're not being drawn away from that. Okay. Now, the 2 of swords in reverse is what came up next. This talks about some kind of indecision. That's where both of your runes actually fell on. So we're going to talk about those runes too in a second. After that, we have our 9 of rods in reverse. And this talks about a surprise. Your runes actually didn't fall on the surprise, so I don't have clarification for that. But your indecision, your runes fell on. And the first rune that came up was eel. It came up in reverse. So this can be somebody who is kind of a negative influence on things. However, and this is on our card that talks about indecision, we also have ing showing up. Ing is always, always, always positive. This is a positive card. It talks about a positive outcome. So even though you have somebody that shows up that's kind of a negative influence on Christmas Day, we see you turning that into a positive outcome. So here's what this indecision is about. Like this person comes in talking some smack, whatever. You manage to turn it around with tact, with grace, and make this a positive experience. Anyway, maybe not for them, but for the people around them. So say you have somebody that comes in and your people are all one side or the other of the political spectrum, and you've got somebody coming in as the odd man out that they just have to talk about their stuff at Christmas. This is you turning it around and turning it into something positive instead of negative. Okay. And that's just an example. I don't know that that's what's going to happen. Whatever happens, you don't have to worry about it because you're going to overcome it. Just a tiny little obstacle. Okay. And then we see a surprise towards the end of the night. And then what was that we had before the Two of Swords? What was that? Oh, being very focused in the morning. Noor, hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Well, that part might not be a surprise. You do have a surprise coming later on in the evening. Okay. So let me put these runes back real quick. I don't like to leave things not put away when it comes to stuff like this. All right. So now, who are we moving on to? Who are we moving on to? Gorgeous was next. Did Gorgeous ask a question? Yes. Who is coming towards me in love and romance? Well, we'll find out. And then let's see. Gotcha. It's your own apartment up there. I love that. You're quite welcome. Let's see. And Noor asked me a question. Let me write that down real quick. Noor. So Gorgeous is next. After that is Noor. Face All's Feelings. That's an interesting name. I'm not familiar with it. Okay, so for Gorgeous, love and romance. Who should Gorgeous expect to be coming towards her for love and romance? What's your first name, Gorgeous? Mila, throw one right in the chat, honey bunny. Guys, don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video if you haven't already and share it out to the rest of the world so other people can get their questions answered too. Oh, now that makes sense. Definitely, Amber. You guys, I do offer live readings. They're online. You can go to my website to find out about that. I also offer 1 and 2 question readings as well. Let's see. Tell me about Gorgeous. What's your first name? That's what I'm waiting on. Shakira. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you're here. How are you today? Guerci. Okay, so Guerci. Who is coming towards Guerci in love and romance over the next 6 months, please? Love and romance over the next 6 months. Who's coming towards Guerci? Oh, you have 2 people. 2 people. All right. So, Gorgeous. What do we have here? First of all, the first person, this is over the next 6 months. The first person that we have showing up is the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who moves things forward very slowly. They like to set a nice solid foundation. Okay. We have the Strength card coming up in reverse. They may have a little bit of a self-esteem issue. And we have the Ace of Rods coming up in reverse too. They may have a little bit of a performance issue in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. I wasn't going to say that with that card because it doesn't always mean that, but as soon as I touch this card, So could be performance issues, definitely self-esteem issues. Somebody who likes to take things slow anyway. This could be somebody with a lot of Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in their chart. All right, that's the first person coming towards you. All right, now, second person coming towards you. Very interesting. I don't actually have a court card showing up here. We do have a 5 of Swords in reverse. This says that you're ending some kind of argument, dispute, or debate with this person. So you already know them. This is somebody that you have sort of tangled with in the not so fun type of way. This person is coming towards you because they want to get rid of the drama and move forward in a more calm, peaceful type of way. 8 of Wands coming in. I think that they may reach out to you via text message, possibly email, but I'm going to say probably text messages. We've got little short messages coming back and forth. And this person that you already know is coming towards you after our low self esteem, slow mover, problems in the bedroom type of guy. It sounds like you're getting really, really, really lucky. Not. Sorry. Couldn't resist. Okay. Absolutely. Shakira put a question in the chat. I hear you, Amber. All right. So Noor is up next. Let me see who's after Noor. Hang on. Boopadoo, how long have I been here? 25 minutes. I've got time. Noor. Noor asked me a question. Then we have Mila. Mila is next. You're quite welcome. And Mila, ITA company. Okay. I don't care if they're opening positions soon. I'm going to ask if you can be working for them soon. Let's pick a soon. What is soon? Is that within 2 weeks? Within 2 months? Within 2 years? What is soon for you? And then Shakira. Shakira, what's your real first name, honey? How does Ronald? Thank you for letting me know you're here. Soon is 4 or 5 months for Mila. Excellent. That is your first name. Okay, awesome. Good. I like to use names to connect. How does Ronald feel about no contact? Ronald feel NC breakup. How does he feel about it? All right, so let's see. I've done Amber, I've done Gorgeous. Nora's up next. Okay. Nora's up next. Let me find that question about fossils somewhere up here. Okay. What are Faisal's feelings for Noor? What are Faisal's feelings towards Noor? Guys, don't forget to share this video out with other people as well. And if you're not subscribed and you want to catch more videos like this, definitely subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and make sure your notifications are on for YouTube on your device. All right. Also, I do have weekly readings put out for this week. You might want to check those out for yourselves later. And I'm hoping to get some put up for next week here today or tomorrow. Okay, so how does Faisal feel? By the way, first of all, feelings are very transient, so this could be out of date even 20 minutes from now. But let's see. This is funny. Okay. So how does Faisal feel? Faisal feels like the Queen of Rods in reverse. Queen of Rods in reverse, this is somebody who feels like they're a little bit pushy. They can kind of step over the lines. They're really trying to talk pretty hard, trying to talk you into doing something that they want you to do. That's how they feel. He feels like he really wants to get you to do something that he thinks is great. I don't know if he knows whether you like it or not. The Fool card, I think he wants to convince you to move forward with him, continue on in a leap of faith with him. And the 10 of Cups, he wants to convince you that that's going to be all wonderful and fine and great and happiness making. That's how he's feeling. I don't know if that makes sense for you, because sometimes these people's feelings do not match up with real life. So sometimes they do. We like it when they do. Your name is Alina? I don't know why I keep wanting to call you Mila. I was thinking that was your first name. All right, so let's see. That was Nor. So next we're going to do Alina. Will Alina be working at a ITA job within the next 4 to 5 months? Will she be working at an ITA job within the next 4 to 5 months? You're quite welcome, Nor. Oh, no, that's really interesting. Excuse me. I'm going to say no, but you have some interesting stuff showing up whenever I ask this question. That's your nickname. If you go by Mila more, then I just want to use Mila. It's really whatever you go by the most. Well, I wouldn't be too sad. You've got some interesting stuff showing up here. I don't know what your skill is, but look at this. We start off with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So this is somebody saying to you, you're not qualified or you can't do this or whatever, but this is not a good decision that they're moving forward with. Okay. So whatever they're saying is not necessarily even true, but they're saying something very discouraging. And it's not even true. Like, it's not based in the truth. When my Knight of Swords comes up in reverse, he's only going off half cocked. He's only got half the information. He doesn't have all of it. And in this case, I think you've got somebody coming to you saying, "Oh, you can't do this." Okay. Now, next card that we have coming up is my 10 of Rods in reverse. 10 of Rods in reverse talks about you're putting down the responsibility of moving forward with this. So I don't know how long you've been trying to get a job there, but I think you're saying, "You know what? I'm tired. I'm going to move on to other things because this is not a good investment of my time, energy, or effort to keep moving forward trying to get this." Now, here's where things start to get interesting. We have the Three of Cups. This talks about networking, social networking, friendship networking. This talks about letting your network know this is what I'm looking for as far as a job is concerned. This is what my ideal job looks like. Just putting it out there. Does anybody have any ideas where I would find that job? Okay. Somebody may have some ideas because you get the Ace of Cups. Now, this is an offer, and this is an offer that you really like with the Ace of Cups. Okay. And interestingly enough, we have the Five of Rods behind that. Well, that's competition. I think you're going to end up getting job offers, multiple job offers that you really like. And we looked at 4 to 5 months. So we're looking at about 5 months out whenever you're dealing with, oh, I've got some choices here. What am I going to choose? I don't think you're getting ITA, but I do think you're getting some things that you really like to pick from. It's a very good position. All right. So that was for Mila. Next up, we have Shakira. Okay. How does Ronald feel about the no contact breakup? Shakira wants to know. How does Ronald feel about that no contact breakup? Now, if he's dismissive, he's going to feel relieved. I don't want you to be heartbroken about that. That's kind of how dismissives feel. So if we see that, please don't take it personal because it's not. Let's see. How does Ronald feel about the no contact / breakup with Shakira? You're quite welcome. It might be a good time to start thinking about what those ideals would be, ideal positions. Gotcha. As far as they're the first time you've tried with that kind of job. Okay. Dude, he has got to be he's totally dismissive. He's totally dismissive. Look at this. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Whew, relief. That's a gift. Thank God. No contact breakup. Whew, it's a gift. You couldn't have made him happier if you'd have stuck it in wrapping paper and put a bow on top of it. Hermit, we see him taking some time to be alone and kind of rethink his priorities and stuff. Is he doing his self work? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Now, strength card. This is good. This is a good sign. This sign that it's a sign that he's getting his self confidence back. He's getting comfortable in his own skin again. Page of Pentacles is interesting because this talks about eventually he'll come back and say, "Hey, would you like to try that again?" I'm just laughing because what are you going to say about that? That's like basically somebody taking you out sailing and then they do something with the sail and the whole pipe or whatever that is that goes like horizontally, like you have to duck whenever they move the sail. That's like somebody taking you out sailing, swinging the thing around, not warning you and knocking you off the sailboat. And then they come back and say, "Hey, would you like to have that experience again?" Maybe not. Maybe not. And then we have the Seven of Swords coming up here. The Seven of Swords talks about kind of sneaking away, like with your tail between your legs, as far as you know how dogs are whenever they're feeling not happy. I think you're saying maybe not. I don't know, babe. That was rough. And then we see him kind of like trying to exit the scene without burning any bridges. Okay, so that's what you have. That's how he's feeling. That's where this is kind of progressing to. I think you're going to go, maybe not, man. Well, I'm glad I can make you laugh. All right, so let's see. Who else do we have here? Isn't it? Isn't it crazy whenever you step back and look at it? But when you're right in the middle of it, like, oh my gosh, you don't see it. I'm kind of right there with somebody right now, too. Like, they just knocked me off of the sailboat. I'm in the water. In the water. I'm feeling the energy. I feel like I know they're going to come back. Am I going to be crazy enough to step back up onto that sailboat? I guess time will tell. Time will tell. Okay, so after Shakira, who else did we have? I think I saw another question somewhere. Xanadu. Okay, so Francesca. Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Scott and I reconcile. And what's crazy in my situation is I barely just stepped up onto the boat before I got knocked off. Barely. Right? Okay, so did anybody else have a question? That's the next one. Okay, I don't see another one. Well, apparently he felt like that was a lot of pressure to be in a relationship. It was a relief that you're gone. And if you study, like there's lots of videos on YouTube that talk about people who have dismissive attachment style. Like that's kind of normal for them. And then after they've had a chance, what is it? Thais Gibson always says that somebody's love for you, and whenever they have dismissive avoidant, is like it's their feelings minus the fear that is running them. And so when you're away from them, the fear gets to fade and then they get to remember a little bit about how they feel for you. Okay, so will Scott and Francesca reconcile? Will Scott and Francesca reconcile? Yes, you will, but I think you should be prepared for some of the things that I'm seeing here. I see you pouring out a lot of energy and effort towards this reconciliation, but that's followed by the star card, which basically says you guys never really like get together on where would we like this relationship to go, so you're not necessarily moving in the same direction with that relationship, which I think causes you to walk away from the relationship because it's leaving you depleted and exhausted because you want certain things from the relationship that Scott does not. And because you guys don't get on the same page, and remember, I'm just reading the energy as it is now. You have free will. You can change this up and make these cards a liar if you want to. So get on the same page. Where do we want to take this relationship? Where are we hoping that it ends up? Are we getting to know each other because, you know, we want to do something long term? Or are we hanging out with each other because we just like how everything feels between the sheets? What is it we're trying to accomplish here? Okay. Now, so anyway, I see you guys not getting any clarity on that. I see you walking away from it. But I still see communication. I think you guys still flirt a lot. And with the 4 of rods, but you're trying to remain objective. So I think you guys are still flirting, and then you're just like, "Oh, but." That's all it is flirting. I don't think you're trying to, like, come back together anyway. So, will you get back together? Yes. Will it last long? No. And I think that the breakup is gonna be kind of a slow process. There's nobody here ripping that Band-Aid off fast. Hope that makes sense for you. All right, so I think I've read for everybody who wants a reading so far in this room. It's time for me to get out of here. Thank you guys very much for stopping by, keeping me company. I'd much prefer that to an empty room. I do offer private readings. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, we do those online or on the phone, whatever works better for you. I also do, if you just need one question or 2 questions answered, I offer those as well. You can find out about all my different readings on my website. Plus, I do some Reiki and other stuff. Website's in the description box below. And I'll be looking forward to hearing from some of you. Everybody else, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to check out your weeklies if you haven't already. Peace out.